of the things that's most impressive about Copenhagen, obviously, is how many people bike to get around the city. So it's very inspiring to see that that's possible, that you can move a third of the population around on bikes, in addition to public transit and private automobiles. So Jan Gale came to New York and advised us, and he helped us develop the bicycling plan, but also our pedestrian plaza program.
We came to New York and showed them lots of examples of how bicycle lanes were integrated into Copenhagen and talked about the general quality of life in Copenhagen as well. It's not just about bicycles, it's about creating a unique balance between pedestrians and cyclists and cars, enabling everyone to have a better quality of life and a better public space experience in the city. And so we advised them on making central parts of the city pedestrian friendly, closing Times Square, incorporating more bicycle lanes on Broadway, making 7th, 8th, 9th Avenue much safer, doing bicycle Sundays on Park Avenue, creating a whole new way of using the city that New York hadn't experienced before.
One of our greatest challenges in making bike lanes is if you look at Copenhagen, for example, the bike lanes tend to be one level up from the roadway, and then the sidewalk is at a third level. So we didn't have the funding to construct that kind of infrastructure in New York. So a big challenge for us was finding a way to make a bike lane protected from traffic at a lower cost.
My name is Anthony Sewell. I'm 25 years old. I manage a bike shop in New York City. I've been working in shops for about 5 years. I've been riding bicycles as long as since I was 13 years old. It's actually when I learned how to ride a bike. There's like 2 or 3 that we do really well on. One cool bike would be the Rally Detour.
My name is Luke, and I'm a student in New York City. Biking is pretty safe in New York. You can make it dangerous if you're not careful. And there's certain places where you shouldn't bike if you're not okay with the danger.
You'll have delivery men riding opposite, in the wrong way. People stepping in. You almost get doored. You almost hit people. You have to, when you walk out of your house, whether you're on a bike, in a car, in the air, you have to think not only for yourself but for everyone else, because not everyone is, paying attention.
I bike every day in New York, and I do messenger work. It's safe. It's just that sometimes the problem with the cab drivers. There's sometimes a little problem. They let the people out anywhere. They're supposed to pull all the way over. They open the door and you could run right into it.
Well, what is the problem is that sometimes we drivers, taxi drivers, we have problems like sometimes dropping off somebody and get somebody on the cab because of the bike lanes. So the city is so packed with traffic, and it's very difficult for us. The bike lanes, it's a problem. It's a problem, but unfortunately, there has to be bikers in the city because everybody has to have, as they say, a piece of the pie. You know what I mean?
I don't think we'll necessarily have the same level of cycling as Copenhagen, but I think we're moving very quickly in that direction. An interesting thing is that we've seen is when we do a project like on First Avenue here, after we complete the bike lane, we see about 10% of the traffic is bicyclists when you count the vehicles and the bicycles at rush hour. So that's actually a very significant number for us, where we have about, say, 1% of commuters are going by bike, but at any given street you might have 10% of the traffic is bikes. So I think we're getting there.